Immortals. If this is how the style that they're going to be running, they're not so super confident in 2-2-2. They actually did just play 2-2-2 on defense, but it did not go so well. Maybe some of that is ping. Maybe some of that is... I think Agilities is not as comfortable on Reaper as he is on other heroes, and that problem has hurt a few teams during the Ana Reaper meta.
So, okay, apparently some weird stuff is going on the rejoining here, where people got put on the wrong teams and all the rest.
Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be weird. So we're just gonna go back to the caster screen while people figure this out. Here I thought we had joined all seamlessly, but clearly it's not quite the case.
Well, at least we're on the right server.
That is true.
Progress.
Good point, Hex.
I'm actually seeing Kai right now just
dropping.
Kai right now is actually our air traffic controller here, telling people when to join and how. But I have faith. We're slowly getting to the promised land.
I'm pretty sure Kai likes telling people what to do and how, so he's right at home right there.
He kind of does.
Yeah.
He also had a fly new haircut at BlizzCon. I looked at it, I was like, wait, is that Kai? He's like, yeah, full business Kai. It was good. So right now, waiting for the last few members here to join. Should be underway in just a moment. Will be Watchpoint Gibraltar. And what do you really expect to see here going forward? Do you think we're going to be seeing Surefour or Mendo opening up here on a Hanzo, as we've been seeing a lot of teams open up with? Slasher, you appear to be muted.
I'm here.
Here you go.
They have been putting Mendo on Roadhog. They've been playing a similar style on this map. It wouldn't totally surprise me, though, if they were to do that. I think they're one of these teams that now that they have Mendo on the team, they have a lot more options that they can run on their DPS players.
Well, Mendo wanted to run on this. He wanted to run Roadhog. I keep bringing it up 2 weeks ago. Wanted to run the Roadhog on Gibraltar and just struggled with it because I think it was a ping issue. He missed hooks by a few feet left and right and was able to shut down Shadowburn. I think that his Roadhog was that valuable on this map that you run it until they find an answer to it. He's been hitting everything on it.
Alrighty, so we are getting the game here. Sorry guys for the delay. Watchpoint Gibraltar on the way. So it is interesting for C9 and how they switch up. The one thing for me is that I feel like they haven't really settled into who they want to play where sometimes you'll have Mendo, say, on the McCree, Surefour Reaper, and vice versa. To me, that's still a little bit strange, where you feel like if you're running the same hero composition and you're not under any duress, like last moment hero switching all the rest, you'd think you'd want the same guy on the hero no matter what, not just randomly switch going forward. Actually, I haven't talked to C9 as to why that's the case, but it does happen from time to time.
All right.
I do like the Mei pick coming out that they've been playing on Gibraltar. Mei is still so good in the current build of the game that you see teams like where Tvik playing on Rogue, well, he will play Mei over like any other hero because of how good Mei is. And if you can play Mei at a high level, you may as well try right now.
And Mei, I mean, the thing about her, too, is that I feel like she's one of the best heroes in the game, at least up until Sombra comes in, that can actually stop a fully loaded team with ultimates, where it doesn't really matter if you have all the ultimates in the world if 3 people get frozen early on. It's sort of an equalizer in a way that few things are. Now, when EMP comes into the game and you have that a little bit more often, might be seeing that be pretty effective, but other than that, I tend to agree that I do like seeing the Mei a little bit more here, where Immortals can be looking for a lot of control here, ice walls and the hooks.
Well, this is what they're going to run that they also ran already, just trying to hold up top, looking for early picks. Agility's gotten the hooks early. They've been negated completely by generally a Zarya allied shield, then they rotate back around. One of these times, though, they have to be careful, and they might get caught trying to rotate back around. I'm not sure the risk and reward is necessarily there. Agility's trying to hide himself, so they don't know he's up here till last second. He might get something. This is a very aggressive rotation.
That was a nice sleep dart coming in from Itham there. Mendo lucky to get out alive. It was the Zarya shield that kept him up there. Even had to respect it, as he says, nice one in chat, so. Ana's finding more and more plays. Roof right now going for a sleep dart of his own, as C9 taking it easy right now, just slowly pushing up the payload, while letting Mendo take shot after shot, just hoping for that happy arrow that sets things off on a good note.
Do get a segment on the ice wall. Rib gets caught out there and taken down by Ethan. A hook comes in and does take down Short 4 as well, but they equalize very quickly. Mendo and Kai now turn this into a 4v4, but it looks like they might not even want to fight it. Mendo is backing out, but Kai still doing some damage down front.
Oh man, Mendo thought he was backing out, even had crossed the plane, and the hook says, nope, we're gonna defy the laws of physics, pull you up and over. So Mendo not quite getting out of that one. Will stymie the C9 push here just a bit.
Pretty lucky to be able to hold that, honestly. It took them a while to rotate back after they looked for that aggressive opening there, and Hype was not in position to cut them in half on the bottom segment car wash there. Wow, 2 very early picks for Cloud9. Great position. Agilities tries to even it out.
That was Chance just getting completely caught with his pants down by Sure4. Sure4 out for blood right now. Gonna take down Hyped. He has opened the door almost single-handedly here. Able to get through, and that was just hilarious. Chance had no idea that Sure4 was on the other side of that wall, was punished, but just like that, Chance gets back in the fight, and it's Nomi with 2 kills of his own. Oh, catches Kai towards the very end, so despite the early pickoffs, it's going to be a reversal by the Immortals. And Hex, how did that go down like that?
Agilities and Nomi have been the ones to really bring fights back for them. It had gone very poorly for them so far. Agilities landed a very early kill, enough to get his whole hog up, knocked them all into the corner, didn't get the kill feed for him, but that set them all up in the corner for Nomi to be hitting 3 people per swing, and then Nomi just with a beautiful predictive charge finishing that fight for him. It has been their tank play that has kept them in this series.
All right, well, the maze down early on. Mendo with that quick pick. 6v5 as Sure4 with the nano boost just going right into the server room. Grabs Reality and Nomi. Agility's trying to be the hero to bring it back, but it is sleep time for him right now. And while he's sleeping on the job, the cart is just moving forward. Not even good enough to kill, says C9. I mean, why bother there? If he's out of the fight, just move the payload.
They're going to stagger Agilities here very late. He went for a hook, and that's when they decided, oh, we should actually kill him. However, the rest of Immortals is in decent position. Short4 likes to live on top of the shuttle. It does not matter which character he is, if it's a Soldier 76, a McCree, or a Reaper, which makes a little more sense. Short4 really likes the view from up.
Here comes Kai. Graviton Surge is up, right and ready with the Dragon. How hungry is that Dragon? Hungry enough to eat 2 heroes whole. And C9 off of that burst from Kai and Mendo, hoping to get through hangar phase with exquisite speed right now. But you take a look at the defense. The defense does have a chance to bring this back. They have the sound barrier. They're not going to let this go down super quickly. Chance moving in. Sound barrier going to be hitting. Here they go. Blizzard is out, and they move in once more. Rib going to find himself on the business end of that Blizzard, fighting back, but horribly outgunned.
Agility's another 2 killed. Nomi does have his Earth Shatter at the ready whenever they need it, but he'd be better served in holding it at this point. Adam's going to dance around for as long as possible, but he might want to just give up the ghost and let himself die. He's going to skate out with his buddy Short4, actually boost him out. They are both going to live. Never mind, Nomi has other plans.
I mean, on one hand, that did finish things off and staggered it a bit. On the other hand, I don't know if they gained that much time. They still had to wait for another person to come back in on the side of the offense, so I kind of feel like that was somewhat of a waste there. I mean, yeah, you got 2 kills, maybe slightly extra stagger, but now they're not going to have Earthshatter in the next fight, and that could be problematic as a nano-boosted Reaper, very much likely.
Better ways to clean that up if you are that dedicated to cleaning it up. I completely agree. Earthshatter is something that you never want to see go to waste. It's kind of in the same category with Sound Barrier and Graviton. They're fight-winning ultimates.
Take a look at Sure4 right now. He has the nano boost coming in on him. Going to roll right into the side room. Takes down Chance. Effectively causes Nomi to die as well. 2 kills coming out here from C9. Momentum coming in once more. And Hex, how helpful would the Earthshatter have been there?
Very much so. They are still trying to fight this back. Agilities is back on Genji for the first time this evening. They need to get back onto this. They just gave it up for whatever reason.
I mean, it wasn't on an endpoint, but that feels like much of the same, where they still had so many people up, they could have contested that. Agilities.
Yeah, why are your 3 people there if you're not going to contest it? Cart management has been an issue so far for Immortals.
Absolutely. I also kind of wonder, I didn't see the context of what happened to Agilities there. I don't know if that was entirely intentional. I mean, he gets the reset either way, but that was a bit strange. But speaking of Agilities, he's going to be here with the Dragon Blade into Nano Boost, all set and ready. Nomi has an Earth Shatter. It's going to be Rib opening the way, and now Agilities comes in from the back, grabs Mendo immediately, just cuts him down, looking for a little bit more. Should be a 3K and a good cleanup here from the side of Immortals, but I gotta say, Hex, did they put a little bit too much resource-wise into that?
I believe the economy was a little bit imbalanced there. Agilities himself probably could have got it done, but, you know, here's an explanation for it. Hyped is done on the Mei, so he was just going to toss that Blizzard anyway. He's going over to the Winston to help out against Short Force Genji.
All right, so C9 coming in here once more. Roof holding on to that Nano Boost. Gonna use the Nano Boost early on here. It is on Rib, but Rib finding himself just knocked to the ground. Able to do a little bit extra damage with the Sound Barrier, going to be rolling right into him. Not gonna be enough. It's Agility's in the back line, getting all he wants and more, as C9 gets pushed back once more.
On the deep chase there, they do clean it all up, and right now, it's not all of that in favor of one team or another as far as ultimates go. Kaika's gonna have Primal Rage up. The next big impactful one will very likely be Rib on the Earthshatter. Hype just switched yet again, so his Winston is off. Now he's going to Zarya, still impactful against a Genji, but Shortcore is off and he's on Reaper.
Let's break it down!
All right, Adam gonna break it down. Here comes C9. They feel they have an opportunity right now. Grim Reality, though, immediately takes down Surefour. Soundbearer, no, and Agilities. The counter is in. Dragon Blade, Nano Boost, 2, 3, and just like that, it will be Immortals pushing back C9. And now with a minute left, Hex, how likely is it that we see a hold here before last?
It's looking pretty good right now. They haven't really had an answer for Agilities. Kaikai busted his Primal Rage there, and Agilities said, oh, thank you very much for putting away that Tesla gun. I'm going to go murder some people now that you're in our back lines. And he did just that. Kaikai's staying on this Winston, but so far, Agilities, Genji, I mean, I feel justified in asking why he wasn't playing it earlier. He's in a great Genji, and he's time and time again gone to the back lines and destroyed these pushes.
Both Reinhardt's gonna butt heads here. Nomi finds his way into back, throws down the Earth Shatter, but it's not quite as much as he wants. It's gonna be Mendo, in fact, with the cleanup. 64 here for C9. Mendo piling on, and now C9. Only 19 seconds remaining. They have a great opportunity now to move forward and finish out Gibraltar as time is expiring around them. You take a look here at the defenses they come through. They might have a Dragon Blade. They don't have the Nano Boost up just yet. Agility's looking to move forward, waiting for his opportunity. Dragon Blade is out, not gonna have the Nano Boost to go with it, but takes down Roof. Looks for more, it ends up tasting the ground, courtesy of Rib, as Surefour takes to the skies.
How happy is Surefour right now in this position? If you're a McCree, this is your Western dream. He's just hanging out there, just popping people down. There's Earth-Shattered targets just lying on the ground, and he is feasting. He had Deadeye, and he canceled it because he didn't even bother wanting to use it. He was just poking people down. You let him get in that position, you let a McCree get in high ground for free, you're going to have a bad time.
Absolutely, but defensively, that wasn't the worst there from Immortals. Sure, they would have liked to have had that pulled on last, but they did drain the entirety of C9's time bank here, where, bear in mind, this is an escort map, so even no matter what time they complete with, C9 will get an extra minute here should Immortals finish things out. But Immortals, I do feel like they have an opportunity here if they can just keep their offense relatively quick. If they get gummed up a lot in Hangar, might be over.
Well, Cloud9's hangar has always been a strength of theirs. It's going to be interesting to see what they run. I would imagine that when, and if, rather, they get to the hangar phase, Shortfor will be on the McCree, and he's not even going to waste any time. He's just going to run McCree early on. They're going to put Mendo on the Reaper instead. I will say, though, I thought the switch really came on for them when Agilities did come onto that Genji towards the end of even shuttle phase, where they had 3 in there and just didn't have the cart presence to slow that down. And then his last point, Genji kind of really damaged their back lines and was able to shut down the opposing DPS. And as a Genji, to be going in on their McCree and on their other Genji, it takes a lot of guts, and he played with guts.
Absolutely. So we take a look here at the defense coming out here from C9. They will not be opting for a Mei. Again, going with a pure power composition, where I think it's important to make that distinction, where you take a look at teams like what we saw from South Korea in the Overwatch World Cup, where they really liked running a lot of control, a lot of just Winston that goes in, that tries to funnel people to one side, Mei's to split things off. This is very classic NAEU, where it's not really anything about control, it's just about raw killing power. And with Surefour and Mendo, that's still a lot of killing power to be had.
Enemy contact.
You'll see what they're going to try. I mean, Agility's going to try to get a sneaky hook here. Does go for Kai. Kai was predicting it, did shield himself up. They are playing a little bit with fire here. That hook's going to be off of cooldown momentarily. Yeah, it is. He misses yet again. It is time for Cloud9 to probably bail out of this situation and go defend. You don't want to give up an early kill easily.
Absolutely not. It's a case there where you just hope that the offense messes up, lets you stagger things a little bit early, but if you take it too far, it can definitely backfire. Surefour, though, can work his way to the top, looking for ability to drop down. Mendo on the chance, so they're going to be down that AoE healing and ability to speed boost. And this is here for the defense of C9. They don't have to make plays happen. They can just hold up here and let the offense come to them. And that's pretty much what they're doing. But sometimes Agilities brings you to him, able to take out Mendo. So that pickoff actually giving a little bit of new life. Oh, gets Kai towards the end. And now Immortals with a real big opportunity to grab first quickly.
They're going to keep going. Surefour does rotate back around to the top. He was waiting for them to come in so he could drop down on his Reaper and got himself a little bit out of position. Agilities goes nuts, takes down yet another one. Here's the Nomi and Agility show that has been so strong for Immortals when they were doing well. Surefour in a little bit of trouble, gets a very late boost. That, I guess it worked out.
And that is the power of Whole Hog. Stop Surefour from doing quite as much as he wants. He still got one kill from it, though. So even though Agility's had the proper response there, too many people have died here from Immortals, which is unfortunate because that push was looking really, really good for them.
I was about to say that Rolf made a mistake, that was a wasted boost, but Surefour turned it into gold right there, was able to spin 2 kills right out of it. So right now, able to hold against all odds after Agilities and Nomi yet again went a little crazy. So Nomi's going to try to get a kill. Grim taking down Surefour should open things up a lot for them.
They don't have to worry about that Reaper damage at all right now. Deadeye coming out from both sides. It is so high noon right now. Grim Reality, though, does find Rolf off of that Roadhog hook. And as a result, still a little bit more momentum for the side of Immortals. Grim Reality, bit of a duel here versus Mendo. Earthshatter being dropped on both sides. And here comes the sound barrier. Grim Reality using it to give him a little bit more oomph versus Mendo. Is taking him out with the aid of Ithan. And this should be Immortals' point.
That hook that killed Rolf, I'm pretty sure was meant for Mendo, and it accidentally hooked Rolf. Just hook things sometimes. They're going to be aggressive on this chase, trying to stagger a few. This is, you see a lot out of teams knowing that the spawns can be very difficult, to say the least, for the defending team on Gibraltar. They did get those forward spawns, and 2 die because of it.
And Hex, what do you think of the momentum that's coming in here from the side of Immortals? They have a lot in their ult bank.
This is how Cloud9 was able to go through the shuttle phase so fast. Now, they are able to get in because Rib came alive at the right time, able to brust through this door on the shield, but they've already got it halfway through, and yet Cloud9's in a rough spot. They're going to have to get more done with less.
Oh, Surefour able to survive, gets the double kill, looking for more. A nano boost and clutch heal coming in at the last moment, sets up C9 for the hold. And you take a look here at Immortals, they didn't even have the chance to use ultimates there, Hex, but now it feels like the Reaper is coming in pretty soon here with all these ults up here for the side of the offense and only a Graviton up right now for C9.
That's a fight they had to win if they wanted to take this high ground back, though. It's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to rotate up top, take this high ground. As I said, Surefour loves the view from the top of the shuttle. Doesn't even necessarily need to be there as Reaper, but it does force a response from the other team. They have to try to deal with them up there or at least stall themselves out because they know what's going to be there. Look at this. He's almost going to death loss him already.
Graviton versus Graviton right now. Kai trying to control the damage. Still, though, it's going to be Nomi coming right in off of that Graviton, picking up 3, swung the hammer for glory, and just like that, Immortals now going to capture this point. They have 4 minutes to bring this all the way to the last here, Hex, and if they're able to do it in the next few minutes, they would have such a big advantage when it comes to time bank.
They're flying, but we've seen tonight on Last Gibraltar be the hardest point for it. Around this bend here is where teams have really made their good stand of this entire thing. It used to be shuttle phase, teams have kind of figured it out, but this one seems to be a point where oftentimes defenses are causing themselves the game. They have to be super patient here. You can cost yourselves the game by overextending.
Absolutely, and here we go. Speed boost coming in. Nomi drops the hammer, finds 3. That's the connection he was looking for. Takes out his counterpart, but what's going on? It's Mendo with the heroics in the backline, flanking McCree, taking his due, and C9, despite that Earthshatter, getting saved by Mendo. Nice kills, Mendo.
As I mentioned, Surefour is a great McCree, but they have the opportunity to not lose a ton switching Mendo over to McCree. It opens up their roster so amazingly. Surefour now on the Roadhog of all things, so they're going to run triple tank here for this last point defense. At some point, ZP, do you think they have to rotate into a Reaper to deal with it?
Very possibly, but held the foam right now. Rib going in deep, has the charge, finds the Zarya. Was looking for the Earthshatter, but ends up going a little bit too deep. Is punished, but it's Mendo right now on the rampage, but not going to be able to do anything. Agilities, nano boosted Dragon Blade Zarya's shield. We just lost Rod, but Take a look here. Both teams still with 6 players, and as Agility's looking for more, building another Dragon Blade. What a reflect on the Surefour, already at 62%. So even if this fight doesn't work out well for Immortals, they're still going to have that Dragon Blade up back-to-back fights.
They're just continuing this fight. I thought this was over a little bit ago. It is only Nomi and the 2 supports. He does use the Earth Shatter there. Probably a little bit mistaken, but, you know, he equalizes by blocking the opposing Earth Shatter, so they're in a decent position. Agility's almost on to the Dragon Blade yet again, but if it does not work out, he might be the one who has to switch to Reaper.
Absolutely. Well, here we go. Deadeye opening up here from Grim Reality. Agilities with Dragon Blade into the back, set up by the Graviton. Will get blown away, though, by Surefour's Whole Hog. Ends up getting 2 kills. Surefour not satisfied, grabs a hook towards the very end, and that is one way of dealing with a crazy Genji that's trying to take out your entire team with the Graviton. It was a good setup there by Immortals, but not quite enough. And now, Hex, minute 30 remaining. What do you think of C9's advantage here?
It's going to be interesting to see if this switch actually makes a difference, because they're just running face first into tanks, and that's what shut down Agility's a little bit there. He is the one to switch to Reaper. They are gonna have a boosted Reaper momentarily. I wonder if they wait for Agility's to get a Blossom first. I don't think they have the time.
Alrighty, so it is going to be the Sound Barrier keeping C9 nice and healthy there. Lets Mendo go off once more, picks up 2, and just like that, sure for a Mendo, man. Mendo just getting shot after shot towards the very end. But you take a look, there's a minute left. Now remember, C9 doesn't have anything in their time bank here, Hex, so I think this is a decent opportunity for Immortals to end this game.
Might be their last opportunity, but I like what Cloud9 is doing, just throwing their Nano Boost onto this Winston to get to the back lines. They know you don't really have to stop anything up front if you can just delete the back line here, but now the ult banks have switched over. It is Immortals with the advantage going forward. At some point, Ethan's going to have to throw down his target. Who's he going to choose?
Deadeye comes up for Grim Reality, but a monkey is in his face. It's Kai, takes it out immediately, but the counter comes out. Kai perhaps a little bit too deep. Ethan with the counter nano boost on the Agilities. Agilities cleaning things up in the back, and just like that, C9 overextending, and here come the Immortals. It's their last push, the last 13 seconds that they have, but they have positioning and priority in the cart, but Kai has respawned. Nano boost is on him, zoning things out, and it's going to be Mendo here in the Tracer. It is a brawl back and forth, but the Immortals starting to lose power here towards the very end. It's a slobber knocker to the last. Nomi and Grim Reality trying to pull it back. Respawns from C9, though, starting to be overwhelming. It's going to be hyped. Graviton at the very end pulls in 2. It is craziness on the car right now. Both Rib taking out Nomi could be going from bad to worse as C9 starting to stabilize.
Nomi swang his heart out. He was doing his best. They do have reinforcements in blue in the left side of the kill feed. Always a good sign on these desperation last time pushes. Adam takes out Grim, though. It is only hyped. I just worry that if they do get the kills, they're going to forget the card exists yet again. Mendo, it's a beautiful pulse bomb on Agilities. That will seal the deal as they deny them finishing the map. GG for Cloud9.
My goodness. So what we can take from that is a few things. So one is that C9 definitely gelling a lot more with this roster, but number 2 is that I feel like Immortals' standout play is definitely getting better as time goes on. Both Grim Realities and Agilities, big moments all throughout, and not to say the least, of course, is the Ana play for both teams. Where both Ethan and Rolf having great moments on that highly skill-based support. So overall, I was pretty entertained. C9 to cut above, but felt like Immortals came out stronger than some people might have expected.
They look solid there. It's very difficult team to beat when you have to try to answer everything that they have. If you do spend 2 heroes to try to isolate Surefour and shut down Surefour, then Mendo will kill you on just another hero. Their DPS are extremely strong, and the core of all good teams always started just rock solid tank play and very good supports. Although I think Immortals tanks and supports are getting up to the level to match their DPS, and they can become a very frightening team.
We talked about how good Kai has been on this team, and his ability to go Winston and cause a lot of problems for Immortals, especially when Agilities is on Genji, which would probably consider him on his best hero. He's going to cause problems for the other team. So when he switched, that was when they were able to gain a lot of momentum and shut down Agilities on Genji. I think for Immortals and with a lot of teams, as we've seen, when you force a player to go on their second, third, or fourth best hero, you really put a lot of pressure on them to do as they should. Because usually they go on a hero, one that's not just as good as that, but it is the main counter So they get switched off to Reaper. Now you're going up against Kai's Winston. You have the advantage in that way. But if you're not able to win the team fights in time, you saw at the end that it took them 2 or 3 fights to finally get the card to the very end. And by that time, Cloud9 was able to swap back into things like D.Va and delay the point, and give Mendo opportunity to end the fight. So I think